Unikamaruntigas Makino Diod. Today, we're working on Sakura. As you can see, she's currently running. That's better. She's currently running, and we've got a small list of things to do today. Okay, we need to pop the intake off, get that mounted correctly. And we need to replace that tie rod right there. So, right now we got her running and warming up because it's getting close to being winter time, so it's time to get that heat going in honor. We're also going to do some cleaning today. And get her rolling. So, I think it was a 5.5. 7. Size 7. So let's get this done. Also, that's shut off. The other thing I'd like to get done today is getting the heat installed. Uninstall our dash bezel. Lay it right there. It's a nice piece. I am going to get rid of this faux wood though. Keeping the Impala badge though. So, back to uninstalling shit. And you guys staring at a roof. Alright, so I'll get back to you when I have updates. Right. We got all the screws pulled out. Put that back in. So let's get it in. So, click that back in. Here we go. It's roughed in, back into place. I don't know what I'm going to wrap these in yet. But I can go ahead and thread my hardware in. And get that run down. On here. Heck. There we go. Oh, look, control module. Ooh, the innards of the dash. Tell my guys that I am not doing yoga yet. I'll set you guys up here on the dash right quick while I finish this up. Here we go. That's one. Here goes two. That's two. Grab you guys and we go do three. And it's just the cover panels. And make sure those snaps are in place. Click. Here we go, the passenger side cover panel. Slip that into place there, and three little clicks and it's done. And coming back over here. Be careful with the edges of your shit, guys. That's gonna happen. There we go. Now, I always like to roll down the windows when I'm working on my car because I don't trust this thing. Not at all. I don't trust it to not lock me out. And real quickly, before we get even further into this video, we are going to put on our gloves. Because now we are going... Oh no, my manual. Okay. Now we're going to work at getting the tie rod boot off. It's supposed to be really simple. There's a pinch ring clamp right there. And then, I don't know how well you guys can see it back there, but see it. But there's the boot. And back there by that piece of line, there is a single-use clamp. I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like over here on the CV axles. It is a single-use clamp like this. You need to get in there with a screwdriver and pop its tab so it can no longer be used and break it off. Alternatively, like me, you don't really want to do what I'm about to do. Because, well, me, here I am. I'm desperate to get this done because I have the tool lent out to me. And the tool needs to go back tomorrow. So I'm going to spend a few minutes trying to fight that clamp off. Fight in there to get that clamp released. Then I'm just probably going to cut the boot. And go get a replacement. So, let's get to work. Irritated? Alright, guys. So it turns out the tool my friend lent me to pull my tie rod is the right tool to put the new one in. But it's the wrong tool to remove the old one. Thank you, General Motors, for proprietary bullshit. So now, I'm going to put this one back in the car. And we're going to go right over to O'Reilly's and see how much the GM set is. Yay. Alright, guys, we're back from O'Reilly's. So they don't have the tie rod tool to pull the GM tie rod. So we're gonna go to the other thing we needed to do today. Fix the mounting of the power steering tank so I can actually read the power steering level. So let's get this done. First off, we're dealing with electrical connectors, so off comes this and that. Lastly, these. I will get this replaced with a newer with a better system later. And now that the car has no power, it's time to start disconnecting shit. Go ahead and disconnect this. Move this PCV out of the way. Part of me wants to remove this sound deadening film and hear this thing quite a bit better. Alternatively, we are going to be discussing today the plans for this vehicle. So this vehicle will end up picking back up when I leave here. This video will pick up when I get home. Come on. All right, let's go grab our tools. So I think it was a 15, no, 14. All right. So, just start undoing your bolts. I think that's actually 13 mil. What do you know? These are 13s. I shouldn't need to completely remove this intake. Just having it unbolted should do. And one more thing from back here. This was sent by the power from Ugg and Doug. Ugg. So use this to run out our bolts. And now the intake is free, and so is the res. Meaning I can run these down till they contact. air contact. And that's how you kill your drill. Oh, that you keep forgetting to charge. So, now is the important part, where we come over to this, our Camaro repair manual. Because this is a 2014 Chevrolet Impala Limited LS, it shares the same engine with the 2014 V6 Camaro. Most importantly, this. The V6 intake. So we're just going to use this for the torque sequence. Three, 4, 5, 6. I do need to get a torque wrench to properly torque these down, but I do not have that tool yet. So the next step is finish reversing what I just did. And actually, nope, before that, I have one more step. It is find my bolts for the... Find wherever I did with the bolts for that. That power steering res. It's probably going to be the cup holders. Either the cup holders or a trim piece up there. And I'm leaning towards that trim piece. So I'm leaning towards, I stuck them up here on this cowling. And I didn't. Fuck. It's just 3 little 10mm bolts. So now we're going to spend time finding said bolts. Right Alright, so finding bolts failed. So, and finding this bolt failed. So, I'm going to replace those. All 4 of them. But now, we have the last thing to put back on this car. Or, one of these days this will change too, but it is the engine cover. Why are you not dropping in? There we go. And there we go. So, that's everything reinstalled. So, now we're gonna go and pack up the car and put the battery back on. And we're checking what time it is after we finish packing the car up and grabbing that tie rod. Set in our bag. We're going to go to the house and discuss the plans for the car. I hate that the key release on this thing is electronic, not mechanical. So, reconnecting the battery is simple. Undo the wing nut right now. Grab your washer. So it goes copper, copper, washer. There we go. Now we have power. on. Fan off. Perfectly. So we're gonna roll up our windows. And here we go. All that is done. And now we can put our keys back in our pocket. And close down our hood. She is a really nice car, and I love her. The factory rims aren't much to look at. But I think I know a way to fix that. And we will discuss everything, all the plans for this car once I arrive home.